Hello, welcome back.
Quickly, very quickly, we're back again.
Yeah, chop chop curry pop pop.
Chop chop curry pop. We all see what's on the EPL table. On the bottom 5 first.
So mean. I know why.
The bottom 5 first. Edwin, you got something to explain, please.
Right at the top. Right at the top of the bottom 5.
Top.
All right.
Top.
The best of the worst is better than nothing at all,
That's right. Better than the worst of the best.
Exactly.
Which is where Arsenal is right now.
Let's have a look at the top 5.
I don't mind.
Next season,
They will be the best of the best in League One.
Oh yeah, just Aston Villa steal the place lah. But
I like the scores, man. I like
but
the
Aston
points.
Villa may overtake Arsenal. They got a face Hull tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't
Man
think it's that straightforward. I think Hull are going to give them a bit of a surprise.
After Man City like decimated them?
No. I have a feeling Hull. Remember when I say Hull will get into this point where they have a blip? I think they're going to get it.
I
didn't
think
mention
so.
about
Like
it.
when Man
right?
City like dukes them already.
Your run will come to a certain point.
Yeah.
Actually, I normally, any other season, I think that Hull's actually gone in a blip and they come back again.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I think they'll rebound back with a few more.
But if you're playing against a
matches,
team
then
that's really burning with enthusiasm to get where they are right now, I think it's going to be a little difficult.
I think that the difference between Hull and what I've seen these newly promoted sides do in the past, like Wigan did it for a while and a few others, is that they actually are playing quality football.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
the
they
difference
are.
is that. The difference is that. So I think they might go through a little blip. They will get the 5-1 occasionally, you know, because they are still obviously still a championship side that just came up. But you know, they are playing much better than the Wigans of the past, and they have quality in their side. I mean, Giovanni is a really good player, you know, and he's an EPL, he's a Premiership
He's
star.
in the wrong team, man.
It's in the wrong team.
I don't know.
I don't know about being in the
Who
wrong
wants to
team.
buy him?
you know?
Who wants to buy him?
I don't know about being in the wrong team
I
because
think it's doing him a world of good to be there.
yeah, for one, I think it's a showcase for him right now because nobody knew who he was prior to him going there. And Hull has been pulling out performances as well. So I don't think Hull's going to be an easy team. I don't think they're going to slide down the table.
No, nobody's going to be easy meat. I mean, you can see the
They
way the games
I
are.
think Newcastle is still in a lot of trouble. You know?
I did mention, I said that team.
Yeah,
I did say that, right? The last time I did.
Newcastle, for all slightly more positive results since Keong came on board, it's still playing very badly. Spurs is still playing very badly, despite Redknapp being there. So I think you have these teams right now that are really there for the taking. I put Spurs as one of them. They're there for the taking. You know, they maybe not for the big four, but for everybody else, you know, they're pretty much there for the taking. Maybe West Brom is coming back. I don't think West Brom has the quality.
I don't think so.
They don't have the quality. So
Consistency
I think
will not be on their side.
Yeah.
Stoke doesn't have the quality as well. You know, I think these two teams are headed going down.
West Ham.
Blackburn, I don't know.
West
you know?
Ham.
West Ham.
Well, I mean, you look at the table
West Ham
just
will be
now.
fine.
You look at Blackburn right now. They're at the bottom, right? If they just have to win the next game, they move up.
You can't keep saying that because there are a lot of teams at the bottom who just win the next game and they're mid-table. But not everybody above them would lose. That's a problem.
That's
you know what I mean?
This season, it's everyone's just
now
winning.
you see the team like West Ham. You think West Ham will be fine, but if January they're forced to sell because of all their money problems, then they won't be fine anymore. As well,
that's a
you
good
know.
point.
So I think there's a lot of contenders for relegation this season. A lot of contenders, and I won't put it past. I think who was it that said that Jonathan Woodgate or one of them who said that there will be a big team that will be relegated this season. He's quite sure of it. Whether it's Spurs or whether it's a Newcastle, he's pretty sure a big team.
Do you realize he actually played for both clubs?
That's true. You know? Yeah.
So
and Leeds got relegated as well.
Who we play for?
Don't get Jonathan Woodgate, please.
So we now just got to wait for Real Madrid to get relegated too.
Woodgate's a good defender, really. I mean, say what you want about him. I think he shot up Spurs' defense a lot. With Lee King not being able to play 2 games in a row, you know, you need a player like Woodgate. But back to the point is, a big team being relegated this season, I think we can see that, you know, and we haven't seen this since what was it, Leeds maybe?
Leeds.
Leeds.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, you know, I think even Spurs fans, if you talk to Spurs fans today, they all start believing that it's possible. You know, we might get relegated.
Then how are you going to watch your matches next time?
Some of them are actually even saying, "Oh, just get it over with. You know, let's go to the championship and start building it up again." I said this a few weeks ago. Maybe it's a good thing. You know, maybe it's a good thing.
I think Spurs will do something. I think Harry Houdini will just pull them out.
I think Edwin hit the nail on the head. If you compare, just take Newcastle and Spurs, I think Newcastle will survive simply because Keong knows his job is to get them out of relegation. It's a relegation dogfight. He doesn't lose sight of his focus. And I think that's what Harry Redknapp has to do. He has to realize how
he realizes that. I think one thing he said, which has impressed me, and the only thing that he said that's impressed me so far, is actually that he went to the chairman of the board and said that the players we have today are no more than a top 10 side, if at all. Are no more than a top 10 side. If you don't give him money to buy, you're never going to break into the top 4. Not with the kind of players that I have. And that's true. Now, why he consistently plays crap players like Bentley, I don't know.
Because they paid so much money for him.
Darren
Yeah, which went to us.
Darren Ben, I don't want to say Darren Ben because he scored more goals than Robbie Keane and Berbatov combined this season. So we got £50 million and more goals.
Yeah,
no complaints there.
Good point.
But I think Harry Redknapp has hit, we don't have great players, and that's the truth. We don't have great players, and we don't have fighters.
Because you sold your soul.
No,
I think he made a good point. How do you turn down 50 million?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
You can't turn down 50 million, and they're not performing today.
Neither are performing.
Are not performing today. I think, yes, as a Spurs fan, I didn't want to see Berbatov go or Keane go, and to see Berbatov being abused the way that he is at United, and Keane completely
he's creating a lot of havoc, boy.
Yeah.
No,
it's just those one touches.
No,
for me, you don't have to.
Fans don't appreciate him because they're all saying he's lazy. If you have watched Berbatov from,
I've never said he was lazy. I can tell you that.
But
to me, we need something like that. I said that something different. So you give him a different kind of scope. Now, how do players, defenders, who do they defend? Or should I say, who do they actually cut out? Because you're going to be really worried. You got Ronaldo, you got the likes of Ryan Giggs coming from the Wings Park. They can come in and they can create a lot of things. What you need is somebody there to just give them that little bit of that funny touch.
Okay, anyway, nobody really cares about United, so.
So anyway, we got so many things to talk about. It's like we barely touched the surface of all the matches that
You
played.
really go on the MVP.
So anyway, but I'm sorry we come until the end of the show.
And
we'll be back next week. We can talk even more because next week there's no EPL.
Yes, so we
Just
can.
FA Cup.
It's FA Cup, so we can also talk about transfer talk. We've been wanting to do
Yeah,
that
we
for a
can
long
January
time.
transfer
opens.
open.
2 days time.
Plenty to talk about.
Exactly.
Can we extend it to 2 hours, please?
Yeah.
Can. Okay. All right. We'll see you.
Well, I would like to thank
We have an overnight session, 31st to 1st, so we could spend 2 years.
I want to spend New Year's Eve with you lot. Come on.
I would like to
Even
thank
if there's
all the guests. With cookies, I would like to thank all the guests, of course. Benny over there. We have Edwin.
Hey.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We
Happy New
have RJ over there. And of course, we have BT, Ben Thomas. And Keong Keong, who came from, who's from My Paper. And he's, of course, the sports editor. And the Razorism for today. And I just came up with it when I was sitting here thinking about everything. You know what? This year, F1, Lewis Hamilton was the world champion. He was the first black guy to ever win. And like Obama said, this is the season of change. Liverpool's at the top of the table, man. Over and out, everyone.